Okay, now what we want to do, before we add this new layer, I want to just give ourselves one more scene to play with. Seeing as we have a green monkey, we might as well make a green scene. So we're going to make a new file, CC3 no class, or sorry, CC no class, CC3Scene. And this one is going to be called the green scene. Welcome to the green scene. And where do we want to say? In classes, we'll save it with the blue scene and the red scene, and it's all connected up. And hit create, and there you go. And here's our green scene. And again, we just copy everything from the red scene, which means we take the import of the CC3, paste, back things up. And in this bit, we need to take all these guys except the red scene, copy it, and underneath there, paste it. And then finally, again, everything from the initialization down to the end, we'll copy that. We don't need all of this, but just to save time trying to figure out which bits to take out. In the green scene, I paste that there. Okay, and finally, just to finish the green scene, we need to put in the green grass of home, the green monkey. So up here, instead of red Sue, it'll be green Sue. And there is Green, Sue. Okay, and just to check that that works, go back to the main layer for a sec, and I'll just change this guy to green just to make sure I have everything working right there. And we have an error. Okay, we didn't import the green scene up there. Alt 3 import GRE. There you go. And run it now. And there's layer. That's all, yeah. Okay, I never changed the background. Okay. Close that down. Back to the green scene. And go up to the background, and we just to make the red less and the green is to be the 9. Okay, so we save that. Okay, so that's our green scene set up. Now, the next thing I want to do is add a new layer. So we go into classes and we say new file. And this time, instead of a CC3Scene, we're making a CC3Layer. As next, we'll save it in the classes, and we'll call it the, I suppose, the test layer, maybe. Why not? Test layer. And that's in the classes folder. And create. Okay. Now we pretty much want to copy the stuff from there. Everything is standard enough. And if we go into the main layer, what do we need? We need to initialize the controls. We need to open it. Close it. Okay, I'll copy that stuff and I'll just take out the stuff I don't need. So in the test implementation file of the test layer, we copy all this stuff. And let's quickly run through what we need. We're going to be calling it test layer. It's going to be in the right place. We'll just move it down a little bit so we can see it clearer. In the test layer, we're going to use maybe the green sprite, just to show a little bit of difference. And we call that green sprite, GREEN. Is in the right place, and we'll just move it down slightly so we'll be able to see what's behind it. And all we're going to do in this one is add the green scene. So I'm going to import that. Alt 3 import the green scene, and we're going to change the name of this guy to GREEN. in scene, and down here it'll be GREE in scene, and that's fine. So how the test, when the test layer opens, we want it to hold for 2 minutes or 2 seconds, showing the test layer. Then it'll add the green scene. Then it will remove the green scene after 4 seconds. Copy that, paste it there, and we don't need the last bit of that. Okay, that should do it. Just to tidy up down here, add the reds. We don't need to add the red scene. We're not going to be doing that in this one. But we do need to remove the current scene. Have we imported all the right stuff? Just check there up at the top. Main layer, the blue scene. I'll just do a quick build there to see where the problems are. It says test layer, it should be a CC3 layer. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Okay, so the test layer is done as a CC3 layer, and we need to, okay, I see what I did wrong. I might just go back, sorry, just undo that, back to CC3 layer. The problem was I didn't import the CC3 layer, let me see, header file to give this thing 3layer.h, and he's praying that this is the answer. It's good to see this stuff pack up. Okay, press build. Build succeeded. There's no issues. Okay, so back in the main layer, I'm just going to swap that back to the blue scene because that was the initial thing. And now we have to find somewhere to add the new test layer. So what we're going to do is, let's see, remove the current scene. So after remove the current scene, I'm going to put in a new method, and this one is going to be add the test layer. Certainly believe in keeping it simple. And what we need to do here is self add child, we'll call it, what do we need to call it now? We need to call it test layer. Of course we haven't imported the test layer, have we? Okay. Import TES test layer H, thank you very much. And down here again, now when we go, it should be there. Test layer, LAYER, and that should do the trick. Test layer, I need another closing bracket. Okay. So back up in our sequence, we're going to change the sequence now. It removes the current scene. I'm going to copy that, paste, and after another 2 seconds, when it removes the current scene, I want it to add the test layer. And that should do it. And that should show up a few more interesting things. Okay, I'm ready to run that now. And we'll see how we go. I think we should be wrapping up. Okay, there's the main layer launching with the background, the main layer. The blue scene comes in, changed to the red scene. The main layer is still above at the title. They're cleared out. The next thing is the test layer is added, and that's thrown in. Okay, and then it's removed. I can't remember removing it, but I'll have to. Oh, I did that. Yes, sorry. I understand what happens when the test layer comes in. It's actually still there, and the action it performs itself on top of the main layer. The test layer comes in, it does its own sequence of actions where it, after 2 seconds, it adds the green scene, then there's 4 seconds and it removes the green scene. But if you look at it, it's still there underneath. So what I need to do is just tidy up the positioning of these things, and it'll make it a little bit clearer. Okay, we'll do that for the next tutorial. Thanks, and good luck.